Hey, crypto family. So before I start, I want to clarify what I said on Davincij15's video yesterday about his Bitcoin prediction. So I mentioned that he said, he predicted that Bitcoin would reach its all-time high of 20,000 before ETF is approved. And he actually commented and said what he meant to say is Bitcoin will top out when the ETF is open. So just a little change in wording there. So I just wanted to clarify that before I start this video. With that, let's go ahead and get started. So the first article I want to talk about today is regarding the cost of mining. So I made a mining video a couple of days ago, and right now it's saying the price of Bitcoin falls below cost to mine. And here it says the volatile asset is now fetching under 3,200, off more than 84% from the highs. At that point in late 2017, accelerating numbers of people were spending real dollars in computers and electricity to uncover the coins using advanced algorithms. So basically, everyone was buying the computer, all the graphics cards, prices went up, supply went down, and basically people were making a lot of money. And what it says now is, as it went below 6,000, a lot of people started losing money. They weren't profitable. And on December 10th, China crypto mining giant Bitmain actually closed down its development center in Israel, firing all 23 employees working on the company's Connect BTC mining pool. And it says mining is only profitable at this point in China and Iceland. They both have very low electricity rates. Now, what it also said is that there's another guy, his name is Nick Colas, the co-founder of DataTrek Research. He said, I've had a lot more questions about Bitcoin in the last 30 days, and I tell people I don't think we're at the bottom yet. We're in what I call a technological winter. It's what happened in the NASDAQ bubble. There was a recovery, but it took many years. And basically saying, it's going to take a prolonged time for the bull run to happen again. I don't think it'll take as long as 2 years, but I do think it'll take a couple more months. Now, on the subject of mining profitability, there's actually more people being profitable in mining than there was a week or two ago. Now, I say that because if you go to this website, it's asicminervalue.com, and it tells you which miners are being profitable right now. So you look at the SHA-256 algorithm, and this is live feed here, and you can see 193 a day, and then 4 here, $1.56 a day, $1.53 profit, $1.37. So there's actually 5 miners that are profitable right now, where in my last video, I believe there's only 3. So that's good. And what I also didn't mention for my last video is that electricity cost here is calculated at 13 cents per kilowatt hour. Now in the United States, the average cost is about 12 cents. In Canada, it's 10 cents. And then in Iceland, it ranges anywhere from 6 cents to 15 cents, depending on where you're at. And so that is going to play a big difference, so that could mean even more miners are profitable than are showing up here. So just something to keep in mind. A lot of these miners, are very efficient now. They've been released the past couple of months, so they're, that much better than the miners that were released a year ago. And again, just keep that in mind when you are, hearing stories that, oh, mining's not profitable right now. There are always companies that, try to find every nook and cranny to maintain their profitability in mining. So I believe that, the dollar level when no miners are profitable at all, that's very hard to say. I don't know if that's going to be $1,500, $2,000, maybe even $1,000. But, right now there are still a lot of miners profitable. So don't let anyone scare you when they say we're in a death spiral, no miners are profitable, crypto's dead. So again, this website is asicminervalue.com, and you can see all this live feed 24/7. Now, the next article I want to talk about is Coinbase. So it says Coinbase executive unpacks the industry giant's about face on crypto listings. So as you know, Coinbase mentioned a couple weeks ago that they were going to list 30 new coins, and they were going to do that over time. And, a lot of coins weren't coins that were popular. They weren't even like in the top 50. A lot of them weren't even in the top 100. So basically what they said is they're doing this so that they worded it in this article that they want to make it safer versus other exchanges. So he said, raised the need for Coinbase to recognize that, quote, the ability to switch cryptocurrencies is the core piece of functionality in the ecosystem. Thus, he revealed Coinbase now intends to list as many assets as they can legally do in as many jurisdictions as well. So they're trying to list as many cryptocurrencies as they can. And I know that, it's totally opposite of what they were doing last year. They only had 3, 4, 5 coins on there, and now they're trying to get 30 plus coins. And basically it says In reference to the cryptocurrency's ongoing pivot into utility phase, Ramiro explained that in the event that customers decide to change their crypto holdings on Coinbase and it cannot offer them that service due to non-support for their cryptocurrency, they will only end up exchanging the assets on less secure platforms, which serves neither them nor Coinbase. So they're kind of playing that card now, that their platform is more secure, and they don't want customers to have to buy a coin on a different platform because it's less secure for that customer, which I don't, that's not necessarily the reason. I mean, I believe they just, more transactions on their website is going to mean more profit for them. And they just see that as another money grab to add as many coins as they can. So I think while there is some, security concern there, in the end, right now with this bear market, it's all about finding profit where you can. So I believe that's the route they're going. Whether it's good or bad, I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, hopefully a couple coins that you have are going to be listed on there and they get a small pump from it. Now, last article I want to talk about today is regarding the Winklevoss twins. So, as you know, the Winklevoss twins have their own exchange called Gemini Exchange. It's been doing pretty well. They're big advocates of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space, and they actually own over 10,000 Bitcoin. They became the first cryptocurrency billionaires last year when Bitcoin passed $10,000. I don't know if they've gotten any more after that or on this dip here, but they are promoting cryptocurrencies as much as they can. And it says here, Winklevoss twins say they're totally at home in this market climate. So despite the bear market that we've had, the Winklevoss twins says, quote, "It gives us time to build internally and refine and catch our breath." And they're still progressing in their Gemini Exchange. It says here, after launching the Gemini Exchange and despite the SEC rejection of the Gemini Bitcoin-based ETF application, the pair has been busy building a fully regulated platform. Gemini uses NASDAQ market surveillance technology to prevent manipulation, offers custody services, and gain the approval and governance of the New York Department of Financial Services. So they're doing big things, and they aren't letting this crypto winter stop them, which is great. Seeing all these other crypto exchanges and companies lay off people because Bitcoin is so low. It's great to see that the Winklevoss twins are still being advocates and ambassadors of the crypto space to keep it in the mainstream. So I thought that was a good story. Just want to bring it up for y'all. And with that, let's go ahead and actually, before we look at Bitcoin, let's look at the overall market. So overall market right now is looking green today, which is great. After a few days of red, it's always nice to see some green. Bitcoin right now is up 1% to 32.69. Ripple's up 0.82% to 28.8 cents. Ethereum's up 1.7% to $86. Tether's at $1.01, and then Stellar is up 1.68% to 9.7 cents. Then you have Litecoin here actually up 9% to $26, still maintaining 100 million market cap more than Bitcoin Cash. And then Bitcoin Cash and SV are still battling for that 8th and 9th spots. Now, a couple other of these coins are doing really good. If you go to the most gainers, you see Factom up 30%. This coin has been rising and falling so much in the past couple of weeks. It's crazy. And it's one to keep in mind if you are a swing trader. But again, not my financial advice, just my opinion. And then you also have, a couple other coins that have been doing really well as well. So keep that in mind. And then the coins that have been losing the most, Bitcoin Private down 9%, DEX down 16%, Metaverse EP, Cash, and Aurora. Now, looking at Bitcoin here. So I mentioned again, it's 3,200 to 3,000 level, still maintaining that support. We're just above 3,200 right now, which is good to see. I like us to stay above this level and definitely stay above 3,000. But right now, the level that we're looking to break is the 50-day moving average. So this is on the 4-hour chart. 50-day moving average is about 33.30. So if we can break that, which we've stayed below for the past couple of weeks, I believe we do have a chance to retest this resistance of 3,600. And then after we break that, again, almost coincides with the 128-day moving average, then climbing up to 4,000. So I believe we are overdue for another rally. You see the RSI right here. It is getting towards that neutral territory, which does concern me a little bit because, that means potentially there's no bias either way. It could just dump again versus if it was oversold right now. So just something to keep in mind. But again, it could still run a lot more up to this 3,600 and beyond. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. Make sure to always set your stops accordingly. So with that, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment if y'all have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, thanks for watching.